Legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them screaming out your name? Legends never die. They become a part of you. Every time you play for reaching greatness, relentless, you survive. They never lose hope when everything's cold and the fighting's near. It's deep in their bones, they'll ride into smoke when the fire is fierce. No, pick yourself up, 'cause legends never die. When the world is calling you, can you hear them scream?
Might be it! High definition gaming!
No kill so far, no reset. Sandy's on a rampage, that's going to be cleaner first than Wizards. Yeah. Oh, that's just pure damage. The knockup, he goes the ball to the closest, and the Rengar is there for the cleanup.
Yeah, a bit of a fight, ladies and gents. Keepers Birdie gets used to the one ginamit there.
There's the order of deception. Holy! Good afternoon, Summoners, and we welcome you back to the Garena LoL Collegiate League Summer 2017. I'll be your shoutcasters for this best of 3 series. I am Vulcan, and with me is Chisto, coming back from that somehow one-sided stomp game for Xavier University.
Yeah, COC is gonna try to bounce back in this game. They have to show that they aren't that flustered yet, and they can make this a 1-1 series and force a game 3, of course. Being stomped like that, it really weighs on your team. I mean, you have to reset, you have to assess how you approach the game, and you need to come at your enemies with a different strategy from the last game.
Well, there's the saying goes, you don't keep hitting the same thing twice with the same tool. So let's hope that COC will be able to bounce back in this best of 3 series. Now, on to the drafting phase for COC. This time, playing on the blue side against Xavier University, playing on the red side.
Yeah, COC already banning a champ that Xavier University picked in the last game in the Gragas, and Liberabit on the Gragas in the last game. One of the his proactive play really helped Xavier University create a snowball and push their lead forward.
So when it comes to, let's say, in this patch right now, 7.20, I would say that it's more jungle-centric as of the previous patches we've experienced. But right now, seeing that this is the semifinals, one step closer in being crowned one of the champions of the LCL. So let's see COC removing a lot of high priority picks like the Lulu, the Gragas, despite being the blue side.
Yeah, this does leave a lot up, such as the Rakan or the Xayah, but COC's potentially gonna lock in this flex pick Jarvan. I wonder if it will go on to Milky or Ray, or they could still opt to pick a Janna here or something like that. But they're gonna lock in the Jarvan, and that does leave Ad Majorim's Xayah up, and Xavier University securing their bot lane combo from the previous game. Of course, Xayah Kron, very potent duo lane, very strong laning.
So when it comes to passive being enhanced, the Rakan and Xayah has a very special interaction. But when it comes to their, I would love to see how the Snar could be having a hard time, especially against a Sion. This time it won't be Jarvan jungle, it will be a Sion top lane. And we all know that most likely some laners, as of now, still don't know how to play against a top side because it's a bit tricky on how you should itemize it.
Yeah, of course, Mindanao being a region that has a lot of cheese pocket picks, this Sion is just one of them. But for COC deciding to show their hand instantly, they show that Jarvan is going to the jungle. And I think that's kind of a small mistake, but it shows you what priorities they have. And of course, Xavier University countering the Zion with a Gnar. Of course, Gnar very strong into melee matchups. And
But here's the thing about the melee matchup between the Zion and Gnar. Because Zion's pathing is obviously he would rush the Frozen Heart, then the TM, then the Thornmail, and the Sunfire Cape. They place Zion in a way that he becomes this aura dealing champion, where Gnar, I don't think a Black Cleaver will be enough for that, because by the time that he actually builds the Black Cleaver, most likely, I'm pretty sure that this Zion may have rushed the Sunfire or the Frozen Heart.
yeah, but of course, before Zion gets to that point, the Gnar will be able to bully him. And Liberabit could potentially visit that lane as well and play around the already winning lane in the first few levels and snowball the Gnar before the Zion gets tanky.
So this is actually a flashback for me, like how we saw that Cho'Gath and Gnar matchup where he just got annihilated. So as of now, COC on the blue side again, locking in a very interesting, powerful lockdown composition. A Sona, Jarvan, and a Fizz.
Fizz is an interesting pick here, and I don't think Xavier University is going to lock in this Ornn. They are lacking a mid laner, and I wonder what Monsieur will pick into a Fizz. There's Ahri?
Ahri against a Fizz.
I think this is a skill matchup for the mid lane. Of course, Fizz will get poked down a bit because he is melee, but Fizz has a lot of kill potential onto the Ahri if he does land a Chum the Waters.
But I feel like Ahri has more mobility in a way that the Spirit Rush has 3 charges, while as the Playful / Trickster just 1. So when I would say skill matchup, I agree with you on that, but when it comes to early levels, I think this Fizz is really going to have a hard time, especially knowing that we all know that melee naturally does not do well against ranged champions.
Yeah, so I think we need to watch the junglers here and which lane they do decide to play around, because in that matchup, Fizz and Ahri, a jungler visiting the Ahri in the early levels could potentially help the Fizz get over that gap where he is behind. So it'll be interesting to see which lanes the junglers prioritize for this match.
So this is going to be a very tense game for COC. They did lose the first game against Xavier University for the best of 3 series, but let's get straight onto the riff. Will COC fight back and deny a clean sweep of 2-0 of the best of 3? Let's see in this game 2.
So let's talk about the Sona pick here. I mean, what does Sona give to a team? She has a lot of healing and a lot of CC for the team fight, but there's an invade level 1.
Here it comes. The Orb of Deception is the level 1 for this Ahri instead of a Charm, but the first blood will go to the Gnar. Very cheesy type of playstyle Xavier University is pulling off.
Yeah, all of love there, getting annihilated, just instantly burst him. He just disappeared. Of course, Sona very squishy in these early levels.
And this is actually a nightmare because the first blood went to an already difficult matchup. The Sion will be facing off against a Gnar, who immediately picks up another Ruby Crystal. So laning phase-wise, this Gnar is going to be more of a threat because faster Black Cleaver will really make this Sion soft and squishy.
Yeah, but like you said, of course, Milky will get to a point where he is extra tanky and Gnar will have a rather difficult time to kill him. But even if Veritas will have a difficult time to kill Milky, Milky does not have that much kill pressure on the Gnar because Gnar will just kite away, and already in this mid lane, Veritas... Sorry.
And it's very interesting that from that first blood, I would say no summoners for both sides were burned. So when it comes to mid lane matchups, I think this is going to be still an even matchup in a way that I would say Monsieur AJ still has the Barrier and Flash, whereas Vexen still has Flash. So it all comes down to the top lane, I guess.
Yeah, and you mentioned summoner spells. Fizz running teleport here will provide more map pressure for his team, and Monsieur running barrier, respecting the damage coming out from Fizz.
I really love how this Rakan boss is really capitalizing the advantage, but right now looks like a gank will be coming in. Oh,
nice EQ flash.
Beautiful
from Ray.
flash EQ combo, connecting the knockup to extend the range. I guess that Fizz did not see that coming.
Yeah, a great show of mechanics there, and securing the knockup, Monsieur not able to use his barrier to potentially save his life there. Really well played gank from Ray, and like we said during pick and ban, Fizz into Ari, a skill matchup, but a very volatile matchup as well. And Ray tilting that matchup to the favor of his mid laner there.
And we can see from the map itself, Lee Sin, Liberbate is actually in the blue side of Ray. Very difficult position for him, but where's in the bot lane? Looks like Flick is in a big trouble. Very low on health, but the Sona will be providing more damage. He does flash away. The poison is doing the works. Let's see Expunge. No, it will be all of love securing the kill with Reek getting the other kill onto the duo bot lane.
Nice 2v2 trade here from the bot lane of COC, and I think it was just a constant damage coming from Sona. And of course, Sona's very unorthodox support here. She does have that passive where her W power card reduces damage coming from Admajarm, and the Doran shield as well for Fleek, just giving him more security, because Twitch during the early levels, not that safe. I mean, he's kind of a squishy champion, not as many tools to escape compared to that Xayah. And
it's also the fact that this Twitch, he did almost die from that clash, but the Sona's heal, as you said, and shield is okay, but I think that was also a very risky position for COC. Naturally, when you're playing a Sona, you would stick very close to your ADC, and that enables Voss for a very easy two-man knockup and decide to follow it off. So I think COC, they won that clash on a close call, so I hope that they do continue this momentum. They do have a chance. This is a best of 3.
yeah, and of course, I'm a big fan of the Sona pick here. Sona's fairly simple to play, and I think when it comes to competitive matches, playing simple champions just gives you less pressure to perform with your mechanics.
Like that Leona.
Yeah.
Remember that Leona we saw in the world stage. So, simple champions, best results is what you want to go after. Monsieur AJ will be, again, visited by Ray. Looks like Ray will not be touching that. He will just get the assist, further snowballing this mid lane.
Yeah, and Monsieur going for a trade there without vision of Ray, and that was a very risky trade. He gets punished for it, and Liberbit not in a position to react. And now this mid lane is going to be super in the favor of Xerxes.
It's very rewarding when the jungler really prioritizes a certain lane, especially the mid lane. As of now, Xerxes will be going home with a rewarding bounty. Looks like he'll be picking up the Boots of Speed from that gold reward. So as for the top lane matchup, CS-wise, looks like Milky is having a hard time against this Gnar. He will be just farming it away, especially as Sion is actually a low economy champion where he does scale really well despite not having enough items thanks to his passive.
You mentioned low economy, and I think that really shows here because Ray hasn't even invested any time towards that top lane. He has been prioritizing ganking mid, and what Milky has to do is just play safe and avoid dying to the Gnar.
That's actually the beauty when you play Sion. He can easily sustain himself, and also the battle roar can easily help him CS over a certain range. And right now, looks like Liberbate is feeling a bit too overshadowed by Ray's performance in this game, trying to make it up in the mid lane.
Yeah, Liberbate has to come online here. Lee Sin being the early game jump, but there's a gank mid.
Looks like the knockup will not connect. The Char, however, will connect onto the Fizz. They're still battling out. Teleport is coming in. Resonating Strike. Monsieur AJ picks up a very easy kill, but it'll be a 1-for-1 trade. Here comes Veritas from the top lane. The kill will be going towards the Gnar.
Yeah, faster collapse there from Savory University. Able to pick up 2 kills onto the mid and jungler from Cagayan de Oro College. But still, even with that trade, another kill going over this Cersei is just going to help him snowball even further over this Ahri.
Looks like the Hextech Revolver is completed. I'm pretty sure Xerxes will be rushing the Chrono Belt. He does teleport back into lane. Veritas is still in the mid lane. This gives Milky some time to at least catch up in CS and in gold.
Yeah, so looking at the mid lane matchup here, currently in the favor of Xerxes, even though the CS is quite even, he does have a kill advantage. I think what Monsieur AG wants to do is he wants to get potentially a Banshees or a Zhonya's in order to itemize defensive versus the Fizz, but Milky's overextended.
Milky's dead. I'm pretty sure this is a dead Sion, no mana. He does have the flash, but I think his escape chances are very minimal, seeing how Liberbate will be joining in. And it will be a chum of the waters. He will flash in, but that's actually a bad choice. There's the passing from the Cyan and the lockdown from the Jarvan. Ray there for the cleanup.
Yeah, great collapse there from Kagenda or College, understanding that their top laner is in trouble, instantly passed towards there, and Monster AJ not even close there, and that's them 2 kills.
Next to 2 kills, looks like Fleek will be further committing onto Admajor, and looks like it will be a battle between the 2 bot laners. Sona's very low, he flashes away, heals, and the knockup does not connect onto the Twitch. I think Fleek should back away, but he will contaminate Boss for a cleanup. It will be a 1-for-1 trade for ADCs in the bottom lane.
Yeah, aggression from both teams all across the map, and Fleek picking up the kill will help the Twitch scale even further, but good job by Admajor trading 1-for-1.
Looks like Mansure AJ tried to clean up the bottom lane. Will not happen, but he will be catching this sweet creep wave. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, he did Verxius will be rushing the the Proto Belt. He did pick up the Ruby Crystal. And as for Milky, he will be rushing the Atabi. Next would be, I would say, the Sunfire Key. But this is the good part about having a good lead. You pick up a Cull, then you pick up the Kindle Gem and the Phage. So this is going to be a Gnar who will be rushing the Black Cleaver. And I don't think Milky will be tanky enough to survive a Black Cleaver rush coming from a Gnar.
Yeah, Milky picking up that Ninja Tabi will mitigate a lot of the auto attack damage coming from Veritas. But let's talk about COC. It looks like they aren't as flustered as we thought they would be. They have definitely reset here and are playing a good early game versus Saber University. They're not as behind as the previous game, so kudos to them for really resetting here.
It's a new game, a new start, and you do not want to linger in the past, especially when it's a best-of-3 series. And as of now, almost 10 minutes into the game, kill score 8-5 with the Bearbit. Really waiting his right time. Looks like All of Love will not connect. Oh, he does get spotted. And the Raptor camps. It looks like here it comes. The Sire from the top lane, Milky, is there with Ray knocking up the Ahri. Monsieur AJ still has some Spirit Rush. Stacks will be making it away. And Boss will be rejoining his teammates. Nice knock-up right there. 2-man knock-up, but no follow-up in terms of damage. That is a mistake for Xavier University with Ray cleaning up the fight over that wall.
Yeah, a lot of hesitation from Liberbit there.
I mean, that was a 3 versus 5. I don't know why Voss even opted to go in.
Yeah, I mean, a bit of miscommunication probably from Xavier University. I mean, Voss getting baited there, saw COC clumped up, wanted to go for the really epic Rakan engages, but not enough follow-up damage from the rest of Xavier University, and that does give Kagendir College the lead in this early game, and the Ocean Drake as well.
I mean, that's the problem when an Ahri uses the Spirit Rush as an escape tool. At that point in the blue side, he already used at least 2 stacks, and the last stack was just there for an attempted burst, but COC has the Sona. A lot of heal, a lot of denying for burst, and again, Liberbit, a bit too curious in the jungle, gets caught off again by Verxius.
Yeah, poor choice for the invade there by Liberbit. I mean, his laners aren't in a position to help him when he got punished for it.
And I think Liberbit should really cool off his head and just focus on his own game right now, because Ray is doing exceptionally well despite the game 1 blunders for COC. It looks like Xavier University will be facing the same mistake, the same pressure rather, that COC experienced in game 1.
Yeah, Liberbit kind of looks a bit complacent here considering the first game was as one-sided as it was, but COC playing really good here as well, punishing the mistakes from Xavier University, and they look poised here to snowball their lead even further.
And as of now, looks like the first turret will be falling to the hands of Veritas. Looks like Verxius will be joining into the top lane. Does manage to hop away, but with all being said, I don't think he's going to be making out of here alive with Verxius. Again, with the responses. 5-1-4. Teleport coming in. Looks like Milky will be joining the fight. Fleek will not give up just yet. Liberbit has not enough sustain and damage and survivability. With Fleek going in onto Admajor, he's very low, gets the double. This just might be the triple for COC, but will Monsieur AJ clean up the fight? Virtue is very low. He does make it away with Playful Trickster. The charm won't connect, but the orb will do the work. Monsieur AJ may just give the Quadra to Fleek. Oh, the barrier for the bait, but yes, that would be a nice cleanup.
Yeah, a lot of kills
Fleek.
there going over to Fleek. Now 8-2 on the switch. He's now a monster, but let's talk about Xerxes all over the map here. Just helping his team left, right, and center. Just carrying COC to a potential win here.
With a KD of 8-2, he does scale up. And again, whoa, Veritas a bit too greedy. Ray just outplayed him right there under the turret.
Yeah, and now momentum is all on the side of Cagayan de Oro College. They will pick up this top tower and a lot of kills. Already a 10-kill lead here, 18-8 at 13 minutes. Man, they're making this a series.
So far, COC, they do have a good feel about this game. The first turret did go to Xavier University, sadly for COC, but that does not mean anything when your gold lead is still sitting at a 3k gold lead compared to the other laners, and the fact that the gold is concentrated onto this Gnar, onto this Ahri, but all that can be removed by just a point-click burst from the Jarvan or the Fizz.
Yeah, and as we transition into the mid game here,
A whole lot of Flix does get charmed, but he then also gets knocked up to the air, and looks like he does get shut down. This could be Xavier University's fighting back chance, and nice dragon range combo to give Admajoram his winning kill.
yeah, so Liberbit kind of redeeming himself there, and XU able to pick up a good engage onto the summoner-less members of Cagayan de Oro College. But looking back at the early game and why Xavier University was put in this hole they're in right now, I think it could be accredited to Liberbit just not being able to impact as much as a jungler on this Lee Sin. He really seemed to be sleeping during that early game, but for Xavier University, they're trying to bounce
Cola
back.
thought Chisto does Chumno Wars not connect, but Virxius is just too fat right now. Protobell and Lachine will be more than enough for a double kill cleanup.
Yeah, Xerxes so proactive across the map. We're just
7-7.
just
Wow.
roaming everywhere, picking up these kills,
And same goes for Ray. Look at that. He did just lock him down under his Cataclysm, but Ray's very tanky despite the Black Cleaver, and Milky will be picking up his first kill of the game.
yeah, Xavier
Oh,
University.
he rushed to your opens. Interesting.
Xavier University here, they're flustered. They're very flustered, just giving up kills all over the map. They need to group up here and look for a 5v5 fight because their team does do well in team fights.
Interestingly enough, looks like Milky will be picking up a more team-oriented item for those team engages. The Randuin's Omen really helps when you're facing off against a lot of mobility champions and attack speed champions.
Yeah, the Randuin's also going to mitigate a lot of the damage coming from the Xayah crits, of course. Xayah, one of those 80 carries that there's a fight in bot lane though.
No, Flick again, they're a bit too over-aggressive, but I think they have the confidence to do so. But this is also counterintuitive, but right now in the mid lane, Monsieur AJ will be flashing away. Okay, he still has his barrier up, so... But the Cataclysm will be more than enough for him to be bursted down. Oh no, charmed for Ray. He does fall for the bait, gets knocked up to the air, and the shutdown will be going to Liberbit. Should have went to the Ahri.
Yeah, Ray biting off more than he can chew there, overextending to try and kill Monsieur, but Ahri, of course, very mobile champion, able to kite back and wait for his team to respond. Now, looking at the items here, already a Lich Bane Proto Belt for Fizz, Essence Reaver from Admajoram, and looks like these carries are building towards their core really quickly now.
They really have to, because for Xavier University, they had a bad start. They need to catch up, and as of now, they're doing pretty well in terms of itemization and building paths, but what I want to see is that when the team clashes does happen, Xavier University, they have a lot of tools to work with. They have the Rakan, the Gnar, then the Lee Sin. Whereas for COC, they're forced to clump together because of the Sona. So I think that Xavier University can use this towards their advantage.
Yeah, but even with that advantage that they can use, with
Oh boy, the Bearbit just might get choked. He does go over that wall, leaving behind Admajoram. But a Storm will not save you there. Verxius will be picking up that easy kill.
Yeah, going back, you mentioned these tools that Xavier University could use to get back into this game. Those tools do not matter if your team is always getting picked off. If you're always down one member on the map, COC will always have a numbers advantage and you won't be able to use these team fighting tools in order to get back into this game. And those picks translate into this Mountain Drake for Cagayan de Oro College.
I mean, why are they so behind? I mean, do they not have enough vision? So far, I can see just teensy bitsy wards. Control ward in the blue side has been replaced for COC's vision. Okay, looks like Xavier University, they need to work on their shot calling and predictability, because obviously when they're getting the Ocean, they will try to trade it off for the Rift Herald, and I think they just played right into COC's hand.
Yeah, and of course, vision control is a team effort. It looks like COC will pick up a Rift Herald here potentially. They're pulling it back so that Liberbet can't hop in and steal it. They will secure it, but back to the vision control.
Man. All objectives, all epic monsters going towards COC. And as for objectives, you were saying?
Yeah, back to vision control. I think it could, because they're down, it's really hard to set up vision if you're the team that's behind. And because Xerxes has so much pressure on Monsieur AJ, COC is able to invade the jungle of Xavier University and sets down these vision to set up their picks. And Rift Herald already being placed down here will potentially take down the mid tower and open up the map.
Looks like Ray is just scaring away Monsieur AJ. He does get charmed under the turret. He does make it away with the flash, and the Cataclysm is there. And looks like Milky will be joining in the fight. He did not knock on Monsieur AJ, but the Rift Herald will be finishing off that turret. Ray repositioning himself. Looks like Armajorum is there for an attempt to clean up. He does take down Ray. Next up might just be Milky. The Rift Herald is just there, assisting his out. Looks like, oh no, Veritas cannot manage to land a really decisive ult. Will be forced to back off with his flash.
Yeah, messy fight there. Both teams trading junglers, and Liberbet almost betraying Monsieur there, dashing towards him with the Chum de Water on top of him, nearly killing his teammate as well.
When you're panicking, you don't see things properly, especially when you're behind of a kill score of 26-14. Understandable that Xavier University, the Wizards, may just have a really difficult time adjusting.
Yeah, and it shows you Xavier University here a bit flustered, because considering the first game was super one-sided and COC fighting back in this manner, it could have surprised the members of Xavier University. Like, where did the COC team come from? It's really well-played game so far from Cagayan de Oro College.
And it all goes down to the mid laner, the Fizz. Look at those items. Lich Bane, Chronobell. Next would be the Zonia's Hourglass. I think this is going to be a very difficult Fizz to just take down easily, knowing that Amajorum still has yet to secure, I would say, if he did pick up the IE, that would be more than enough to try and clean up the fight, but we all know that Fizzes are very slippery.
Yeah, and you mentioned Fizz, his item build here. There are no magic resist items for the side of Xavier University. There's only the Merc Treads on Monsieur AJ, but for the rest of XU, there are no MR items. Fizz is just going to shred these members from Xavier.
Yeah, I mean, at this point of the game, it's very difficult and expensive to get MR items, but right now, looks like All of Love does get picked up by Liberbet, and Liberbet will be knocked off thanks to Milky. He is removed from the fight, same with Boss, and now Chum the Waters won't connect onto Almajorum, but looks like the Pro Belt Rush will be succeeded. Verxius tries to make it away, but the last Spirit Rush will be a trade-off for shutdown, but leaving Fleet to free hit without any problem again for the triple, and now the ace for COC.
Yeah, a clean ace and a nice rundown by Cagayan de Oro College will potentially net them the Baron. Xavier University trying to be proactive there. Liberbet trying to go for a pick onto All of Love, but interesting interaction there. If Lee Sin's Dragon Rage target goes out of vision, the ult gets cancelled. He ward hopped out of vision of Sona, with Sona having the sweepers. The vision from the initial ward place was in the bush was denied, and COC, they have Baron now. They have a 6k gold lead. They just have a firm grip on this game.
This is going to be a very interesting situation for Xavier University. They still have to try and bounce back. They have a lot of damage to work with. We did see that it's not only that the MR items are not focused onto COC, but the fact that Brixius also has not picked up a lot of MR items, more on AD, but he does have the survivability of the Zonia's Hourglass.
Yeah, Xavier University now is an incredibly steep hill to climb if they want to come back. Fleek is 13-3-3 on this Twitch. Already 3 core items completed. He's gonna deal so much damage in these fights, and Xavier University now, they just look a bit lost, trying to claw their way back into this game.
And so far, I would say for the ADC, the Amajorem, I don't think he has enough money to at least buy or complete the IE just yet. But as for Fleek, 2 triple kills in this game, plus an ace and a very easy shutdown bounty. Look at his items: Rapid Fire Cannon, Rune and Turkin, and the Infinity Edge.
Would you say Fleek's item aren't Fleek?
Fleek?
Fleek.
What makes Fleek?
Never mind.
But, what?
Never mind. Okay, so looking back here, I think what COC has to do, they need to begin sieging turrets here. They need to use this Baron buff to their advantage. They need to sort of look for an engage.
Oh my god, did you see that? Disgusting. Look at Fleek, he just one shot at the minion and the static shift just did the rest. And I think that is going to be the winning shot in one clash, because Fleek is going to be this very disgusting, slippery rat in a way that will enable COC to make this until game 3. Because I would say the interactions between a Shiv and an IE are very good, especially when you have the Rune and Hurricane.
Yeah, of course, the crits coming from the Twitch is just going to destroy Xavier Universe if they do pick a wrong fight. And now, after the Cloud Drake pickup, Kagenda or College now has 3 Drakes, gonna help potentially if this game extends into an Elder Drake, but there is a fight.
Brix just going in for the flank, does get knocked up by Boss, and looks like Ray backing off. A really failed engage for Ray. Looks like Xavier University, they might go in, but seeing how COC, they do have the Baron buff, so far it's almost done, quarter away, but they are still going to be standing away or facing away from COC.
Yeah, despite the Baron buff disadvantage, Xavier University has done a good job of wave clearing. These waves that COC are pushing in towards them, but it looks like there is still no response for this bot tier 2 tower.
And I think this Baron buff will really boost the pushing power of COC. Looks like Xavier University forced to just watch their turrets dwindle away.
Oh, Banshee's build pop.
And looks like Ray going back in, very aggressive. Charm's not available, and Monsieur AJ wasted a lot of mana. Very low on mana. This will be free. This will force him to back off.
Yeah, if that Charm landed, it would have prompted a potential engage coming from Xavier University, but unfortunately he misses, and now things sort of reset with the Baron nearly timing out from Kagenda or College. They'll look to potentially look for picks with the Fizz and Twitch using the ambush onto unsuspecting targets of Xavier University, and let's just see how this pans out for the next few minutes.
Very team-oriented build coming from Milky, Knight's Vow, Randwit's Omen, and the Warmogs. I was expecting maybe a Frozen Heart or a Sunfire, but looks like, seeing how things are playing out, since the Fizz, the Twitch rather, is doing all the work, of course the Fizz is there, but when it comes to more sustained damage, it will be the Twitch. So understandable that he will be picking up this pathing, this item pass, so it's very rewarding so far.
Yeah, and I think that's just Milky understanding his role on the team. Picking Sion, you're a tank. You need to use your CC to peel for your carries, and since your carries are super ahead right now, he's gonna feed more into that and pick up this Knight's Vow for more protection.
And not just that, they have the Solari, the heal from the Sona. This Twitch will be very, very difficult to take down.
Yeah, and he already has QSS. It's going to be really hard to kill him now.
And it's the most high priority champion right now, so Xavier University, they really have to time things properly. One small mistake And ignoring this Twitch will cost them the game.
Yeah, being behind like this for Xavier University, they need to catch Twitch in a miracle team fight. They need to find a perfect engage and just burst Twitch down instantly. They do have tools for that, and let's wait and see if they do decide to use them.
And I don't think Monsieur AG has enough damage to at least burst this Twitch down. Since he does have the barrier, the Solari is there for the Sona, plus the Night Spell protection from Milky.
A bit too much respect, I think, shown by Monsieur AJ, because he has 3 defensive items and a barrier just to counter the Fizz.
And
so
a Banshee's Veil. This is why they're lacking in damage.
yeah, a bit too much respect there shown by Monsieur AJ.
I wonder how it's gonna happen for Xavier University. Time's ticking. 3 members to the top side. Veritas is there, not yet Meganar. Looks like the Tumbler Waters will be finishing off probably before he reaches Meganar, and looks like he'll be popping that Zonias. And Fleek is there again. Ignoring this Twitch is going to be Xavier University's downfall. And so far, 3 members are down with 2 members blinking red. Looks like Verxius will finish up Monsieur AJ for the double kill for Voss. With that said, the ace, and I think COC fighting back from that game 1 stomp against Xavier University.
Picking the right time to engage with Meganar being down. They picked the perfect fight and just crushed the team fight versus Xavier University. And it looks like they will tie this series 1-1.
This is the struggles when you're playing a NAR. Your flashes, timing, they're very obvious. And with that said, congratulations towards COC on the blue side for winning against Xavier University for a nice comeback game from that game 1 stomp. Looks like they're not yet out of the game from that game 2.
Yeah, Fleek and Cercius really breakout performance there. I mean, carrying their team to the win to tie up the series, and let's see whether or not they can carry that momentum and win the next game, or if Xavier University will bounce back and get the win to move on to the final.
So let's get on to the end game stats to see how this Twitch actually carried his whole team. But despite the Twitch doing all the works, I would say Ray, exceptional jungle path and great ganks, really helping Verxius in the mid lane to at least fight back against this already Ari, who's very much respecting this Fizz. A bit too much respect. Banshee's Veil, Zonias, and the threads. What the team needed was damage, and I don't think the Ari delivered this.
Yeah, and you mentioned the junglers. I want to look at the XU jungler, the Barabit here. I mean, he didn't really pop off that game. He was super behind. He was 1 step behind of Ray, and just a well-played game from COC bouncing back and tying up the series.
But at least a great job towards this Xayah. Amajorum still tried his best to compete with damage. Already evening it out with this Fizz, but when it comes to team damage, the Ruined Hurricane is there to do the works.
Yeah, I mean, you know there's something wrong if your Rakan out damages the Lee Sin.
Oh my goodness.
Rakan dealing 1,000 more damage. Just it means the Barabit didn't play his best, and I hope he can bounce back for the next game and give us an entertaining match.
This is going to be the last game of the best of 3 series, so he does have to bounce back. He needs to at least shape up his game and shake it off. Moving on to the last game of the best of 3 series against COC versus Xavier University.
Alright.
And this time, I think Xavier University will be having at least more knowledge. They did stomp the first game, but they plundered down in the deep in game 2, and I think they can use this as a time to strategize. So here are the end stats to see how, wow, I would say great job for Fleek and Xerxes.
Yeah, and of course that's one of the things we need to talk about in a best of 3 series. I mean, now that both teams have revealed their hands, it's up to them to adapt for the third and final game of this series, because semi-pro teams aren't usually prepared for BO3, so it'll be interesting to see how these teams approach the third and final game.
So there you guys have it. COC bouncing back from that game 1 against Xavier University for a very intense and strong comeback for COC. Let's hope that Xavier University will answer this back for the last game. Will they win the best of 3 series, or will it be COC riding the tides of victory towards the end of the series? We'll see you right after the break. Once again, we have been the Shoutcasters. I am Vulcan, and with me was Chista. You just watched the Garena Collegiate League Summer 2017. Looks like the Champion of Waters will be finishing off probably before he reaches Meganar, and looks like he'll be popping that Zonias, and Fleet is there again. Ignoring this switch is going to be Xavier University's downfall. And so far, 3 members are down with 2 members blinking red. Looks like Verxius will finish up
this series 1-1.
This is the struggles when you're playing a Nari. Your flashes, timing, they're very obvious. And with that said, congratulations to War.
Not enough Garena shells to buy the latest League of Legends skin? On sale now? Get shells anytime, anywhere with your Globe or Touch mobile number. Go to gamer.com.ph and sign up with your mobile number and enter the verification code you will receive via SMS. Log in and choose the game and pin you want. Check out to purchase the pin with your load or through your postpaid account and receive the pin on your phone instantly. Never miss a sale on your favorite League of Legends skins and champions with Gamer.